everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Dense Pixels podcast. I'm your host, Brad, joined by my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And joining us this week as well, because we have Nintendo in the news, is Carrie.
What's up?
Apparently, Terrence is going to be coming in hot later in the episode.
Apparently, at Terrence's house, they are taping the Source Awards because there's a whole lot of black people in his house right now. So he has to deal with them first.
According to him, his words.
According to him.
Not ours.
He probably was just like, Nintendo, fuck that.
Before we get into it, guys, we have a 5-star review.
Ooh.
It's a very long one, by the way, too, but it's also very complimentary. And it will explain a query that Micah, Terrence, and I have had for the entirety of this podcast. Carrie, you might not be surprised by the information in this review. We'll see. The title of the review is Long Overdue. It was left by Umed Abdullah from Canada last week. He said, actually, for a while back, I think Jay might not have gotten this to us in a timely manner. So sorry, Umed, but we are reading it now. He says, I've been a listener for about a year now, and I feel really bad that I haven't left a review yet, especially considering I sometimes re-listen to episodes 3 to 4 times waiting for the next week. So here it is. You guys are my favorite video game podcast and starting to become the only one I really listen to. And Micah, by the way, he spelled favorite with a U, which I know you'll appreciate.
Ah, excellent. A learned.
Yay. I love British spellings.
Or just not American spellings, really, because that's what that boils down to.
That's fair.
He says, you're all knowledgeable, funny, and you make it a pleasure to tune in every week. I implore others to leave a 5-star review if you listen to these guys as much as I do, so that others can find them as well. It would be a shame for Dense Pixels to fizzle out someday because the fans that adore them didn't help support them, which won't cost you anything anyway. So what are you waiting for? Also, Super Smash Bros. Melee, from a mechanics standpoint, is so much better than any Smash game with wave dashes, L canceling, zero-death combos that rely on you guessing which way the opponent tries to directional influence, and so on. That's why it's still the most viewed Smash at EVO today, 17 years later. Street Fighter seems to always have moved forward in mechanics and kept the ones people seem to love, which is why they don't play Street Fighter 2 at EVO, whereas Nintendo didn't like how good Asian people could get at Melee with all its intricacies. For everything, guys, you rock. Umed.
Oh, well, thank you, Umed. I appreciate the glowing review, and I learned something. I learned why people still obsess over Melee.
I don't know what
that was really nice.
Or L dashes or any of that stuff is.
I don't know what an L dash is, but I know what a wave dash is.
I know what a C stick is. little nipple that you can move in directions on a GameCube controller. But yeah, thank you for that 5-star review. And as Umed implored you to do, if you have not left a 5-star review, do so, and we will read it on the air, possibly within 30 days of you leaving.
But no guarantees.
You're really fortunate. Micah, I have been playing just so much fucking Destiny 2 in the past.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that also.
Well, let's talk about it now.
Excellent. How long is the campaign? Because I really don't like. Now I platinum Spider-Man, right? Mm-hmm. That's not like some like grand achievement. You just
but you're done with it now.
I'm done with it until October.
Okay.
The first expansion comes out, but I'm done with it. So now I'm focusing my attention on Tomb Raider, which I only played the prologue. Lo and behold, Laura stole something that she shouldn't have, and now everything is her fault. So now she feels obligated to come in and take care of things. I'll play a little more of that, and I'll talk more about that next week. But Destiny. So I have a problem with Destiny.
Okay.
And my problem is that I don't really feel like doing the campaign. Because
that is a shame, because I will say this is probably, taken in isolation, the best campaign that they've done. So,
really?
Yes.
Okay, because every time I log into Destiny, I go to the director and I see those little yellow dots. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you fucking yellow dots, I got to get rid of you. But I don't get a chance to play as much as I want to. So when I see the yellow dots, I'm like Pac-Man. I got to eat them motherfuckers up, right?
Which I understand. Now, here's the thing, though. So are you still in the same place where you left off, where you're at the Baron hunt now, basically?
I wasn't even there before. I was in the section before that,
Mhm.
where you had to go through the lost sectors. I did that, and
Mhm.
now I have to do the 5 bounties before Spider will even talk to me.
Okay, which you can do in like 20 minutes. Like the bounties are nothing.
Okay.
Like
All right.
it's like do 2 public events, kill 30 fallen. Like that's the kind of shit that we're.
Oh, it's not like hunt those people?
No. Once you get to the hunt those people part, you'll know because you'll get a bunch of adventures that'll pop up on your map because each Baron hunt is an adventure, essentially.
Okay.
That you have to do, which they're really good though. Like that's like I think you'll really start to enjoy yourself in the campaign once you get to hunting the barons because like I told you last week, every baron hunt, every baron is when you get to the boss battle has its own like unique not mechanics necessarily, but unique strategies that you have to employ in order to take them down.
Okay.
And there's not like a set order for the first 6. Like the first 6, it's like a Mega Man game. You can do them in any order you want, but there is kind of an order because they have like they do scale up in power. So like there I guess there's an order they want you to tackle them in, but it's not required.
I'm like 503.
Yeah, you're over all of them anyway. Like you're well over the power requirement that you need for all of the barons. So it's good, man. Like I said, once you get in the baron hunt, I think you'll really get into it, and it's just interesting. The Dreaming City's cool. But I have been playing, just grinding the fuck out of this game last week.
Mm-hmm.
I probably put in 30 hours since the expansion dropped.
Jesus.
I got the Ace of Spades. I got the Chaperone shotgun. I grinded out Sleeper Stimulant because I was tired of getting killed by it and fucking Gambit.
How do you get the Chaperone? Because people have been murking me, as the young people say.
The Chaperone is a quest line that starts that's given to you by Amanda Holiday.
Okay.
You may have to beat the campaign first before you can get access to that.
Probably.
Possibly. That one's a little bit easier to do than the Ace is, but the Ace, Micah, is totally fucking worth it.
What are the perks on the? What's the exotic perk on the Ace of Spades? I can't remember.
Let me boil it down real quick. Because I'm going to preface this by saying the Ace of Spades is my favorite exotic so far in Destiny 2, and that includes any of the other exotics as well. So it has 2 major perks, 2 big ones. First of all, and this isn't a perk, it's a max range, almost max impact hand cannon to begin with, which is fucking great.
Yeah. It's like a sniper's bullet.
Right. So the second part is that it has Firefly, which when you do a crit kill, it does a solar explosion, and you also get faster reload when you reload your weapon, which combos really nicely with the exotic perk, which is Memento Mori, which it's basically a better version of Kill Clip. So when you kill something and you reload your gun gets reloaded with the next 6 shots have increased damage. But unlike Kill Clip, there's no time delay on that. Like those 6 bullets are in the chamber and they're there until you shoot them.
Oh shit.
It's fucking great, dude. It's fucking great everywhere. Fucking you kill someone in Crucible, reload, now you got 6 shots for the next guy that you can kill faster because they're going to do more damage.
Oh shit.
It's amazing.
All right. Well, how long did it take you to get through the Gambit portion?
It depends because there's parts of the grind that are easier than others. The first part of the grind is the hardest part because you have to get 5 invader kills in Gambit. Now that's not you going to the other side and invading. That's you killing an invader who comes in on your side of the map. And you have to get the final kill, and it has to be with a hand cannon.
Which it doesn't have to be like a headshot or anything.
It doesn't have to be a crit, but it is difficult to do when the preferred strategy in fucking Gambo right now is to stand off to the side of the map and shoot Sleeper Stimulant at everybody.
Yeah, no fucking kidding. I get tired of that shit, man.
Me too.
We are.
Yeah.
Parents, it's amazing. It's so much fun.
I'm sure it is.
I was talking with Demetrius the other day, and I'm like, because all I've been doing is playing Gambit and Crucible. And is this the strategy now with Gambit where people wait for you to spawn your primeval and then just constantly invade to keep your primeval alive?
That is a viable strategy if the invader is really good. And also if you can't just not bank and do that and then hope that you'll just clean up in the meantime. It is possible. And I've had quite a few comeback wins where the other team spawned a primeval. We were on like 30 motes, but through good invasions, we were able to keep them down. until we could get ours out and then melt it down. But the problem is the flaw in that strategy is also like as the primeval stays out on the map, your team starts getting a damage buff against the primeval, so that eventually you'll start doing like 10 times damage against it. So if you leave it out too long, it's not going to matter. Like you can just melt it down with supers and shit like that.
Yeah, man. Because I take my Titan Hammer, and my Titan Hammer is like it will bleed that primeval.
Oh, when we get up to a times 8 buff, a single blade barrage will literally take off like 45% of it. Like super management is actually a huge deal in Gambit as well. It's such a good mode. God,
I love Gambit. That's all I've been playing, man. That's all I've been playing. Once I got my Crucible set, now I'm trying to get my Gambit set, and now Iron Banner is coming back.
Ah, sounds right. Yes, that does start tomorrow.
Iron Banner starts tomorrow. Let me ask you a question, because you and Demetrius are my Destiny gurus. With Iron Banner, I know that power level is affected now.
Yes,
but is there like smart matchmaking? I don't want to fight a bunch of 520s and 525s and shit.
I think they're gonna balance it as much as they can. I mean, it's not the 525s you have to worry about. It's the fucking 560 tryhards that are out there that already are like,
yeah, man.
So that's the folks you got to worry about. But no, it should be fine. And plus, like I said, even though power matters, it's not gonna like matter. Like you did Iron Banner.
I remember Iron Banner for Destiny 1, but I was a little too chicken shit because I see those big numbers and I get all intimidated. Like my E-peen shrivels up and shit because like my number's not as big.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not like fucking 350 going into Iron Banner, you're gonna be fine.
All right,
you'll be all right. Like it's not gonna be that big of a disparity. It's the people that don't have Forsaken; those are the people that are gonna get fucked in Iron Banner.
Well, I saw that armor today, and I kind of want it. It's not the best looking armor, but I like it.
Dude, there's so many good weapons in this expansion. It's not even fair. The fucking Gambit hand cannon, great. The fucking Gambit pulse rifle is awesome, except I got a shitty roll on it. So, yeah, it's just so good. It's so much fun.
Well, I am about to hit it hard because Spider-Man.
You got to get through the expansion that way we can, or the campaign that way we can start doing Dreaming City.
Yeah, because I want my other what you call them? Yeah, at least one.
Yeah,
god damn.
The other one, apparently, the easiest way to get it right now is the raid. Unfortunately, so
well, guess I won't be getting it.
I mean, they'll make it available in other ways later. Just for right now, the raid is the way to do it. We'll talk about the raid later because that's another story in headlines. Terrence, you weren't here last week.
Yes,
but you did elaborate on your thoughts on Spider-Man in Question Week. Did you have anything to add on Spider-Man?
Not really. I'm just trying to get through it at this point. Just a lot longer than I thought it would be. I'm at the tail end of the actual story mode. Doing all of the side missions. Like I'm gonna attempt to platinum it, and I'm not gonna. Because I just
Micah platinum did. Like Mike is no Amir here.
Yeah.
Like
I don't see you getting a platinum in this just because like it's a lot of bullshit, yo. Like it's a lot of
I know. I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, I gotta go through those like the gauntlets or the fights to get like gold or platinum trophies, and I gotta do the little things where you chase the drone to get like the top score. Do you have to do all of that to get the top scores to platinum?
Yes, you have to get
silver. I'm not gonna do it.
You have to get silver or better. Silver or better. Yeah, that's easy.
I always get the silver in those.
The platinum is not hard. It's just tedious. Like it you got to like how this game plays. And the longest part, the last thing I did was the I Heart Manhattan thing, and that's because I didn't have all the random crimes. Like that's the tedious part is swinging around when the story's done, looking for random crimes to stop. But
yeah,
and if you don't do that, you're right.
Don't you need to get rent? Don't you have to find like the hidden landmarks too? Is that part of it?
No, you don't have to find the hidden ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Well, there's actually quite a bit that I don't have to do.
Yeah, no.
Because I thought I had to do everything to get a platinum.
It seems to be one of the more manageable platinums out there. For
Because
now.
I don't have a platinum in anything.
This could be your first, Terrence.
Yeah, this could be
It's
your
possible,
first.
but it's probably not going to be because like once I finish it, my attention span isn't that short. But like once I'm just done with something, y'all know.
Yeah.
Once I'm done with something, I don't like. Look, I don't care how good Destiny 2 is. It could be the greatest game. Like y'all, I keep hearing all the praise that y'all are piling on it. I'm petty.
It's fun.
I don't know what to tell you, yo. Like I downloaded it.
30 hours in the past 2 weeks of that fucking 30.
Wait, you played 30 hours?
Yes.
How the hell do you even have the
And he
time?
got a family.
Right.
That's the whole point.
Like I feel like you're neglecting your family, dog. Like what's
No,
going
you
on?
see, I know what he's doing, and it's gonna be what I'm gonna have to do soon. He's getting up and he's getting on the thing at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I do see you jump on really early, like man, like because I'm up, like I'm a fucking night owl, and I see Brad. I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga, it's 1:30. What are you doing? Don't you have to work in the morning?
Ambo, that's what I'm doing.
So yeah, I mean, I'm just not. Maybe, possibly, once it gets down to like $20.
It's
But
literally
the
free right
expansion, yeah, the base game, the shit y'all
now.
playing
Oh,
ain't
okay.
free.
You don't want, yeah, you don't
The
want.
fuck? I'm good. But no, Spider-Man is a very good game. It's great. I really enjoy it.
So, Carrie, since you've been here last, you have
Yeah.
finished Octopath. Well, I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think you finished Octopath.
No, I didn't finish Octopath, but I'm done with Octopath Traveler. There's a
Sounds like- it sounds
distinct
like me.
difference. I'm done with it. I finished all 8 stories. And then after you finish all 8 stories, if you've done a few select side quests and finish them, then you get to unlock, in typical Squaresoft fashion, the bullshit extra dungeon and extra boss. And in typical Squaresoft fashion, it's a gauntlet. And you don't get to save. You don't get to go back. You gotta beat 8 bosses, one from each of the 8 stories, and then you have to fight like the real evil that was behind everything. And I got through the 8-part gauntlet, and then the actual final boss wiped my whole party in like 2 turns, and I was like, fuck this. Nah. I'm done. Thanks.
They have no checkpoint system in that. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's bullshit hard, and like you have to have like grinded all 8 characters to a certain level and like taken advantage of the class system in a very specific way. I didn't do that. So I'm done. That's fine. I started Yakuza Zero because I have a couple of friends who I spent a lot of time with at some recent conventions, and they were hyping on Yakuza big time, and I was like, I guess I'm going to play Yakuza now. So I started with Zero. I'm like 2 chapters in, so it's not like I've gotten a whole hell of a lot done, but I like it. The only thing that I don't like is running into that like really big beefy guy who like beats you up and takes all your money.
Yeah.
I don't like him at all. Nah. No, I don't like him. Not one
Yeah.
bit.
I remember
Fuck that guy.
I remember early on, I could see him coming a mile away, and I would just turn around because I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with you.
Yeah.
But I really hope you like the Yakuza series. It is it's a great little action adventure RPG. And you will understand why Kiryu is like, he wouldn't seem like a mascot character, but he is, right? Like, he's super, like, he's like the badass with the heart of gold. Like, that's the prototype for the badass with the heart of gold, right? Because he just doesn't put up with no shit. He doesn't put up with anything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, he's a good dude. Like, wait, you're a gangster, yo. But like,
I'm really looking forward to getting into Majima's story because it seems that everybody loves Majima.
Yo, that dude. And you're experiencing this like from like the beginnings on, right? Like, most of us know Majima from his as just the fucking crazy guy, and now you get to see how he becomes that, like, and you can appreciate it on a different level. Like, it's
all I know about Majima is that in the first Kiwami, he just like shows up everywhere, and like Majima everywhere is a feature. It's not a bug, it's a feature. He's just everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
He's a trip, man. He's a trip.
So that's it. At this point, I'm just sort of stalling for my big fall releases, but that's it. That's what I've been up to. Being done with RPGs for the time being. Fucking big mad about it.
So that's what we've been playing these past 7 days or a couple months in Carrie's case. So a little housekeeping before we move on. Go to youtube.com/densepixels. If you've not clicked the subscribe button, click it. It's a big rectangular red button. Also click the bell icon. That way you'll be notified where we post a new video. We post this show in video form every single week on there. Also, I think I'm going to start streaming on YouTube for a little bit, just because we know you guys, most of you guys use YouTube. Not everybody uses Twitch. I'm going to try that out for a little bit and see if that works pretty well. I'm going to have my office set up here soon to do some game streaming. So also look out for that. If you are not subscribed to our channel. So again, youtube.com/densepixels. Also go to densepixels.com/premium. If you are not a TNP Studios premium member, it is just $5 a month or $50 for the entire year to sign up. And that gets you access to our premium slate of podcasts, including The Men with the Golden Tongues, No Time to Bleed, Look Forward, the political podcast, and the airing of grievances. I've been forgetting what shows we have on premium lately. Over 300 hours of content is currently available in that premium feed, with more being added every single week. So again, go to densepixels.com/premium. And no matter what podcatching app you use, be it Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Spotify, or anything else, make sure you subscribe to our podcast, as well as Black on Black Cinema and the Nerdpocalypse, so you never miss an episode of any of the TNP Studios shows. So new releases this week. I know the last 2 weeks we've been spoiled, between Destiny and Dragon Quest and Spider-Man and NBA and Tomb Raider and all these hot games that have been coming out these past 2 weeks. But this week is going to be the one to level the competition with what we got going on this week. So you got 8-bit armies. You have Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk. You have Scribblenauts Mega Pack coming out. You have Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country, which I'm pretty sure is just an expansion. But
it's extremely an expansion.
Right. And then you have not one, but 2 fishing games coming out. Fishing Sim World and Legendary Fishing coming out this week. I don't know which one to choose, guys.
I'm blown away.
Is it fishing season? Is there a season for fishing?
Isn't it always fishing season? Aren't fish always in water somewhere?
I don't know.
And somewhere in the world is a climate suitable for it at any given time.
I guess so. Wow.
So like I said, I don't know which one to choose. But like I said, I was wondering what was going to give you put Destiny down, and it's probably going to be one of these fishing games.
Fishing is so boring. Like,
it's fishing like a few times, and I don't get it.
It's so boring. Like, I can't imagine wanting to simulate that.
Well, Micah, you don't drink beer, so you can't appreciate the finer intricacies of fishing.
I caught a fish. I went out and I caught a rockfish out in Annapolis once, and then like my boyfriend at the time skinned that shit, grilled it right up. It was delicious. Have I done it since? No, that was 8 years ago.
Hey, you retired on top.
I did.
I can't say I blame you.
Did it taste better because you caught it?
Oh, sure. I mean, there's like that personal satisfaction.
Right.
But like rockfish is tasty anyway.
You got the personal satisfaction of abducting an animal from its natural environment, cutting its fucking head off.
Yep.
And eating it.
Mm-hmm. Apex Predator, baby.
Oh, man.
Digitally, the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle, which consists of Final Fight and a bunch of other trash that I don't think anyone we got on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Transference, the game that famously has Elijah Wood attached to it, it's coming out for PS4 and Xbox. Elijah Wood's partnering, like, made a game company, and their first game is coming out. It's like
it's a VR
It's a
thing.
VR game.
that's
Like,
like
it's
Xbox as well. You don't need VR.
yeah. No, like you can play it without VR, but I think it was like developed with VR in mind.
So
I don't know.
Speed Brawl, a 2D combat racing game, comes to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. And then Undertale, finally getting a release on the Nintendo Switch console, which is the console really that you should play it on if you have not played it yet, because it's perfect.
Undertale is really good. Like, I don't know that, like, I've already played and beaten it multiple times, and I'm not really itching to do it again. But like, if you haven't played it, and you have a Switch, get it on Switch, because it's really good. It's worth playing.
I've never heard of these Capcom fighting games.
I know. I looked when they made the announcement. I was just like, all right, so it's Final Fight and 4 random dudes, basically.
Final Fight and Final Fight Streetwise? Is that it? No, not even that. Oh, okay. It's the King of Dragons and Battle Circuit. All right, yo.
I think a lot of them were like Captain Arcade
Battle Circuit
originally, or well, exclusively, I should say, because they never came to console.
Yeah.
We only know Final Fight.
They only announced this like 4 days ago.
And now it's
when is it coming out?
It's out tomorrow. Yeah, it's out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Apparently Capcom remembered that it had to pay rent this at the end of the month. So he just threw this shit together.
Do a whole bunch of fucking games together. Yo,
That
wow.
Monster Hunter money dried up. We need to get something else out there.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
literally Final Fight and a bunch of other bullshit. Like, I think I've heard of Knights of the Round.
Warriors of Fate? What the fuck is Yo, I ain't never heard of none of these games.
What's the price on this collection, by the way?
Was it $10?
It's $20.
So if you want to pay $20 for Final Fight,
Right. I mean, these other games might be fun.
I highly because I'm basing this on the fact that this is the company that loves to release games like 10 times, and none of these games have been released except for Final Fight in multiple iterations. What does that tell you? Not ready for prime time.
Wow.
And then release date and new game announcements. The Last Remnant is coming to PS4 on September 6th. God knows why. Who at Square was like, you know what franchise we need to dust off and bring to PlayStation owners for the first time?
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't that like a 360 exclusive?
It was. That's when they were like, when Xbox was like, we're going to make inroads into Japan. And Japan was like, yeah, we still don't care.
I heard it was look, from
Dragon.
what I heard about it. Last Remnant was like fine, like it was playable. Not that PS4 owners are exactly starving for quality RPGs right now.
I totally remember this game now.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to.
It was fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. This. Wow. And the reveal. Wow. What a treat.
Are they gonna show any?
I mean, there's gameplay out there. I don't think they did much to the port, Terrence. I'm pretty sure they just took the 360 version and just ported that guy right over. And so yeah, so if you were like, man, I for the last 10 years, I've really wanted to play The Last Remnant, but I just can't get a fucking Xbox to do it.
Yeah, so like the Metacritic for Last Remnant is like a solid 66 out of 100. So it's like it is fine. It is okay. But like when you have a PS4, you've got a ton of fucking good RPGs to play. I don't know why Square's wasting their time.
Yeah, they just put out fucking Dragon Quest. They got Kingdom Hearts coming 2 months after this game comes out.
They're still putting out DLC for Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah. For better or for worse, son.
They're still milking the cow. They got to get it all out before they can move on.
No.
And then finally, in new Tetris Effect gets a release date for PS4 coming November 9th. This is, of course, the I can never remember his name, but the Luminez creators take on Tetris, and it's the trippy fucking VR experience.
Is it only available for VR?
No, you can play without VR.
Tetris Effect is like Tetris, but if you want to barf.
Micah, if you like Rez or the visual stimuli of Lumines and always wanted that in Tetris, then this will be the game for you. So.
Yeah, this is seizure inducing. Yeah, wow.
So that is it for new game announcements. I will turn it over to Terrence with our headlines for the week.
First up, famous or infamous PUBG streamer Dr. Disrespect's house was shot at during a stream. I don't know who this guy is. He looks like Freddie Mercury.
He won like Streamer of the Year or something like that at the Game Awards, and then like
the award.
And then like 2 days later, it came out that he had been cheating on his wife.
No, that's great.
Yeah, he's an asshole, and I don't feel bad that his house, like, you know, is it a little weird that someone knew where he lived and shot at his house, and like maybe this was targeted? Yeah, you know, that's concerning as far as, you know, these guys who make a living off of streaming and whatnot and their privacy. Sure, but this guy specifically sucks, and no one was hurt, so no, I don't fucking feel bad.
I mean, I don't know who he is, so I'm kind of like,
I mean, separating
kind of fucked up that somebody's shooting at somebody. Like,
right,
that's not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing.
Separating the personality, who's the victim here, from the actual act itself, I think it's kind of necessary.
No, yeah, like the act sucks, but with him specifically,
Can I be a little racist?
Sure.
I do not trust white men with just mustaches.
Micah, it will shock you to know that is not a real mustache.
Oh, well, of course it's not. Of course it's not.
I think it is now.
Oh, is it now?
I think it is now. Because like he used to wear like the stupid mullet wig and have the fake mustache, and I think it's actually a real mustache.
Oh,
now.
did
I think he actually grew it?
When he came back from his hiatus from I cheated on my wife and I'm gonna have a sad about it for 2 months.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's the case these days.
Nah, yo, white men, if you have facial hair, don't just have a mustache. You need something to accompany it. You need a 5 o'clock shadow at the very least. Don't just have the porn star 1970s-esque mustache.
Unless you're Tom Selleck.
I will say that this guy seems like the type of guy that would pull that would pull a Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah,
So
no,
he
I
just
don't like
shaved
that.
and kept the mustache. How old is this guy?
I think he's in his 30s. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't trust you, yo. I don't trust you. I blame that woman for getting cheated on because she trusted a man with a mustache.
Whoa! Does this just say he's 6'8"?
Sure, why not?
I ain't impressed.
It's tall. That's fucking tall. That's really goddamn tall. Yeah, I don't know this guy. I don't care. I mean, it's fucked up that somebody shot at him, but
Yeah, don't take it too far with internet personalities, guys.
like, what is he known for?
Streaming PUBG and cheating on his wife.
Yes. So Terrence, I don't know if he still does this, but he used to have like this very like exaggerated persona of like this like bro dog dude, and he just got really popular on Twitch because of that. So,
All right.
like he cheated on his wife, was really sad about it, left for 2 months, came back, and now his house is getting shot at apparently, which is unfortunate.
Like, what else did he do?
What if it was
Somebody
the wife?
shoot at his house? Something don't.
I don't know, man. In this day and age,
Yeah, you know what? Niggas are crazy. They just do whatever.
we're crazy. Like I said, he probably said something, rubbed someone the wrong way. They're like, I'm gonna go fucking find where he lives and kill him. Like, that's not cool.
And he was probably like, "Yeah, you do it," and then they did it.
Right.
Yeah. He probably was like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna grow a real mustache now," and people were like, "Don't do it."
No, I'm reading his wiki. Apparently, he used to be the community manager for Sledgehammer Games. Weirdly, and then he left that job to do streaming full time.
Wow.
So
You can literally do anything in this world, right? Like, this guy's making a living sitting in front of a camera playing video games.
Yeah.
We could barely get you people to sign up for a good deal. $5 a month or $50 for a
Yeah,
whole
you cheap
year.
motherfuckers. God damn. Ugh. Meanwhile, he just do the stream and people are dropping like hundreds of dollars, and it's probably, I don't know. He doesn't look like my cup of tea.
I don't think he would be. You were
Yeah, you like. Nah, I'm good.
That is the understatement of the year.
I will guarantee that he is none of our cups of tea.
Just strange. I don't understand children these days. Anyway,
Yeah, he's your age.
yeah, I don't get it. What does he do? Like, is he funny?
Maybe.
To someone, I guess.
Because none of them niggas are funny. Like every time I'll sit there and watch a Twitch stream. I'm like, what is the appeal? Why do people like? I watch what's his name, Maximilian, because he's entertaining. But these other motherfuckers, they all do the same thing. They all look alike, and they're just not funny.
I think
I'm like, how the hell are you motherfuckers making so much money doing this? I hate you, goddamn children. Get on my damn nerves, making these motherfuckers all kinds of money, and they don't do nothing. Fucking learn to read. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just rambling. Like, it makes me mad.
You're just being an old man on the podcast.
I don't know. It just pisses me off. Yo. Like, god damn. It just fucked up somebody shut out your house, but shut up. Anyway, Assassin's Creed Odyssey to become the second game to stream the Nintendo Switch in Japan. Wait, what? They do streaming? They do game streaming
in Japan.
Yeah, in Japan.
Oh.
Because they actually have the infrastructure in place to have decent.
Yeah, because they have very good internet. Now internet is garbage compared to the rest of the developed world. Because of America. Anyway, Assassin's Creed is good. Yeah, so they're going to be streaming on the Switch in Japan. Cool.
It's similar to the PlayStation Now service.
Yeah, which is garbage over here. It's probably amazing
Right.
in
Yeah,
Japan.
it's probably awesome. So Capcom published a streaming version of Resident Evil 7 earlier this year, and now Ubisoft is sort of doing the same thing. So it's basically a way for these third-party developers to basically publish games that are technically too powerful for the system to otherwise run, by doing it streaming. Because that way you're only running so much. I don't really know how it works. I'm assuming it's only running so much of the
computation's done on the back end instead of you having to do it on the system.
Okay.
That's basically what it boils down to.
And also Phantasy Star Online 2, which is a game that probably should have come out in America a long fucking time ago. Thanks for nothing, Sega. I really like PSO, guys.
I played the hell out of the first one.
It was good.
Yes.
I really fucking loved
Way
PSO,
back in
and I liked
2000.
PSU. But yeah, PSO 2 had been streamed for the Switch in Japan back in April. So like, I wish this was something that American Switch users could get, but I'm not particularly optimistic about it. But I'm glad that it's something that's happening in Japan, because at the very least, it's still making these third-party companies money, which means that they will hopefully continue to develop for the Switch.
So they are fucking wilding with this price structure, by the way. You can buy the full game, and that's $60, and that's fine. Or you can pay $6.50 a day to rent it.
Yo, what?
Mike's reaction just now.
Nah, yo. For it to be a deal, you'd have to beat the game in 2 days.
Pretty much, yeah. Because if you keep that shit for longer than days,
a week.
Fucking bought it.
Like you have it for.
Nah, if I'm paying more than half, I might as well buy it.
Yeah, it's true.
How much is it for per day? $650?
$6.50.
Yeah, that's like 8 days, and you didn't bought the damn thing.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
I mean, I guess it's one of those things where it's like, particularly with these style of games, I don't know if they're always successful in Japanese markets. So to offer, Assassin's Creed for like, okay, well, you can try it and you can play it as long as you want for, 24 hours for $6.50. I guess that allows people to decide, do I want to buy it? Like, do I want to spend
$6.50 come off the cost if you decide to purchase it?
I'm going to go with probably not.
Yeah, like, so you spend $665 or $66.50 if you decide you want to keep it. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I would never $6.50.
Well, you don't own a Switch anyway, Terrence.
This is true.
So.
I mean, I could if those wonderful people out there that listen to us
Oh,
helped us. But y'all too goddamn cheap, but it's cool. And the last story is Last Wish raid took record 19. Wait a minute, back up. Like 19 hours from when it was released.
Yes. For
They
the
stayed up.
first clear.
They stayed up for 3/4 of a day to get this thing done.
No, I'm confused. So, like when raids come out, people beat them fairly quickly, right?
No, not usually. So for context, the Vault of Glass was about 13 hours. Leviathan, which is the first raid from Destiny 2, took about 7 hours, give or take. But yeah, this one's new record
For longest.
Yes, for the for longest first clear. Now, again, it doesn't take 19 hours to beat the raid. It took 19 hours to beat the raid blind and be the first.
Yeah, not knowing what to do.
Right.
Now, see, again,
I mean,
I'm going to sit there.
That's not for you. That's for like the hardest of hardcore, right? That's for the people that want the championship belt. I don't need that. I just need a good drop.
A literal championship belt, by the way.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's in the article. You can see an image of it. So yeah, they apparently
wow.
Everyone on the team who cleared it first, which was Clan Redeem. This is their third world's first clear. Is going to get a championship belt, and they also went and they're giving belts to the people that cleared the other raids world first as well. For the older,
they've done 5 world firsts.
Well, three world's first, like for the regular raid, and then I think they've either done 2 prestige world firsts or 2 like 4-man clears world's first for the raids. If I recall,
niggas do for a living.
They do this. Yeah, they belts. So there's a couple Destiny streamers that I follow, and the most notable is probably Datto, who I think is very good. Mm-hmm. So there's an emblem in the game that if you completed the raid within the first 24 hours of it releasing, there was an exclusive emblem that you got. It's the only way to get it. Datto's team, Math Class, played the raid from drop, and they completed the raid in 24 hours and 2 minutes, avoiding the emblem because they took 2 minutes longer than the first 24 hours.
Damn.
That's rough.
Damn, that's gotta suck, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I like Destiny, but I don't know if I could. But I'm not a content creator. You know what I mean? Like these people are content creators. Like they. Are
we not creating content on this show?
We are creating content. I mean, I'm not a Destiny content creator. Those people think that's all crazy.
Yeah, right? That's insane to me.
I did not see much of the raid because for a couple of friends, we're gonna do a blind run and not get very far, but we're gonna try it. So I avoided raid spoilers. I watched a little bit here and there just out of context. The stuff that I saw looks fucking wild though. In this raid, it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I will wait for the guides to come out before I worry about clearing that shit.
Yeah, and I will wait for you to master it so that you can hold my hand. Like
I said, we're ready to do Leviathan at some point with you, so that'll be good. But yeah, man, that was fucking wild. I couldn't believe it. Like I said, I went to bed that night, no one had cleared it. I was like, someone will probably do it while I'm sleeping. I woke up the next morning, still hadn't been done yet. Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, on the one hand, like I would take it as a personal like mission if I was, the designers of that raid to make it difficult for people, but on the other hand, like you want to see people succeed. You just don't want to see them succeed too quickly,
right? Well, with Leviathan, everyone bitched because they were like, there was only one boss fight, like the rest of it was just like puzzle encounters basically. So Destiny's like, cool, you want boss fights? Here's 5 fucking boss fights. I'll figure out how to do DPS. Shut up. So that's it. So again, densepixels.com/Amazon. Whenever you buy anything off of Amazon, big or small. If you've been listening to us talk about Destiny for the past 3 fucking weeks and they're like, man, I should check that out, we'll go get the Destiny 2 Legendary Edition. Again, we're off of Amazon, densepixels.com/Amazon. You pay the same low price. We get a small percentage of the sale, which helps fund things that we use to keep the show going for free. So again, densepixels.com/Amazon for any purchases you make on Amazon.com.
Carrie?
Oh, I guess. Well, I mean,
I'm up. Okay.
I'll lead us in. I mean, so Nintendo Direct happened last week. It was supposed to happen the week before. It got delayed because there was a fucking typhoon.
It was an earthquake.
And an earthquake as well.
Yeah. Japan's just fucked, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like it was supposed to happen, I think, on the 5th, and it got delayed till like the 13th. I don't know. In any case, there's a lot of stuff. I'm going to talk about basically all of it. So buckle up, buckaroos. We opened up with a Luigi's Mansion announcement. They are working on a 3rd installment in the spoopy Green Mario series.
Green Mario.
I thought when they opened, because it's like they were like, all right, well, we're talking 3DS and Switch stuff today. And I was like, okay, well, we're opening on Luigi's Mansion. Clearly, this is just them opening on the port of the first Luigi's Mansion, which is happening for the 3DS next month, a few weeks. But no, like they're actually working on a new one, a brand new one, fresh one. It's just tentatively called Luigi's Mansion 3, and it'll be out for the Switch sometime. So neat. I personally haven't really played the Luigi's Mansion games much myself.
I don't even know what kind of games they are.
They're just sort of like mildly spooky. Like
are they platformers? Are they puzzle games?
No, it's more of like puzzle with sort of action adventure sort of stuff. Like you play as Luigi and like you're exploring the mansion, and I think you're trying to help Mario because Mario is missing, but not like in the game Mario is missing, which no one should play.
I don't like how they've turned Luigi into a bitch.
Luigi's always been a bitch. What are you talking about?
I don't like that. I don't like Luigi being a bitch. I really don't. Like, and when I saw Luigi, the memes of Luigi giving the evil eye to people as he's
giving the look. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, like fucking put your chest out, man. Like say it with your chest. Fuck you. I'm my own man. I'm not Green Mario. I don't get Mario's hand-me-downs. Daisy ain't no hand-me-down.
No, Daisy is a queen, and she deserves the world.
That's right, and she has a real name, not the name of a fruit. Peach.
That is the name of a flower.
Peach mushroom. Look, I'll take Daisy over Peach mushroom. No, that's her name. Mushroom.
Wait, mushroom?
When she came to the Mushroom Kingdom, when she came over to this country, she changed it to Toadstool. Because mushroom sounds stupid.
I'll accept that as canon lore. But in any case, Luigi's Mansion.
And also, in any case, it's gonna be hard to top. Luigi's always been a bitch as the show title for this.
In other 3DS news, it was just really sort of quick hits for 3DS, which is fine. They're porting Kirby's Epic Yarn to the 3DS as Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn or something like that. So it's an enhanced port. It's got extra stages. It's got everything from the original release plus some. And that comes out in early 2019, which is fine. I liked Kirby's Epic Yarn. I'm probably not going to buy this for the 3DS because I don't really play my 3DS anymore. And they also touched on Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey, which is one of those Mario and Luigi RPG titles. And that comes to the 3DS in January. On the Switch end of things, the most exciting thing that happened was they're porting Katamari Damacy to the Switch. I fucking love Katamari Damacy, guys. It's an enhanced remake of the original PS2 title. It is out. They're doing it a little weird, so it's out digitally on November 30th, and then it'll have like the physical release a week later on December 7th.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I my wife really likes those games. I can never get into them. So.
And it's been so long since we've had like a new Katamari.
The Xbox one, the last one that came out.
The 360 one, yeah.
Very weird.
Is that the game where you roll a bunch of junk up to try?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the game where you roll a bunch of junk up and blow it up to make a star because the king of all cosmos was very naughty and got rid of all the stars in the sky. It's a really bizarre premise, but it's super fun. The Switch enhancements will allow for using the Joy-Cons gyro controls to steer your Katamari ball around the stage. That's kind of interesting. It'll feature the HD rumble, and you can also do co-op play, which I don't believe the original release had. So,
all right.
Yep. Now that game will also be launching on PC. I don't know that they confirmed a date, but they said it's Switch and PC. So,
sounds good.
Yep. Other game stuff. Fucking Yoshi. I don't like Yoshi. I have a complete irrational hatred of all things Yoshi. That being said, this game does look really fucking cute. It's called Yoshi's Crafted World, clearly a follow-up to Yoshi's Woolly World, which was a Wii U title, which was received super well, and this continues to play up on the whole wool and craft stuff. And you can sort of like spin the stage around. They showed that like once you get to the end of the stage, you can actually spin the whole stage around and play it in reverse and use that feature to like collect extra items and discover new things and whatnot. It looks really good. The aesthetic is super my jam. If it was any other character but fucking Yoshi, I would.
You can answer this question for me. Are these like Epic Yarn and Woolly World and Crafted World? Like, are these baby games for babies, or are these actually like have some mechanics to them?
No, they have some really fun mechanics to them. It's really just the aesthetic that they're sort of playing up here. And you know, the fact that like, okay, well, you know, the fact that they're made out of these crafty things gives them different abilities that like normal Kirby doesn't have, or normal Yoshi doesn't have.
Gotcha.
So it's just it's a very cute looking game. I just fucking hate Yoshi so goddamn much. They are porting Super Mario Brothers U.
Shocking.
Yeah, I feel like Super Mario Brothers U is like almost universally considered the best 2D Mario game, and it sucks.
That cannot possibly be true.
No, look it up. Like that game, like it was so good. Like it is the perfect 2D Mario experience. You can make that face all you want, Brad. Like,
I'm listening to these words; they just don't make any sense.
Right? I mean, it's
in a world where Mario 3 and Mario World exists. How the fuck are you going to tell me that fucking Mario Brothers U is the best 2D Mario Brothers game?
It's the best 2D Mario Brothers game, and no one played it because they put it on the Wii U. So now more people will play it and will understand exactly how flawless it was because they're putting it out on Switch as New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe on January 11th, 2019. The big sort of controversy out of this was the fact that you can play as Toadette, and she can put a crown on and turn into a humanoid character named Peachette, which really gives me pause in terms of just the genealogy of Super Mario Brothers characters. I'm probably thinking a little too hard about this.
No, I think you're thinking the right thing. Peach was a mushroom that
was Peach a mushroom? Was Peach like a toad, and then did she get turned into a human by putting is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened.
I think that's what happened.
Yo, Mario's fucking a plant, yo.
Wow. Actually, worse, he's fucking a fungus.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe will include the original release of Mario Brothers U plus Super Luigi U, which was the sort of big standalone expansion that released. So you'll get to play as all the different characters. plus Toadette / Peachette, and now Nabbit, who's the baby character for babies because he doesn't get hurt by enemies. But no, like I'm looking forward to this, and I'm looking forward to people who clearly didn't buy a Wii U, because I understand now that I'm the only person who bought a Wii U, getting to play this for the first time. Bunch of other ports, Cities Skylines, which was like one of those typical Nintendo Direct things where they were like, and it's available right now today, you can buy it right now. So that's available. Civilization 6, which I think they sort of announced the week before when the Direct was supposed to happen, that got previewed.
That's actually pretty fucking exciting, especially if it's the full version.
Yeah, I mean, to my knowledge, it is. Game Freak, known as the developer of the Pokemon franchise, is working on a new IP currently called Town. It's an RPG. It's got a cool sort of anime cell shaded aesthetic, and the hook with this is that it's an RPG that takes place in just one village, just one town. So the whole story takes place just in one location.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm kind of intrigued by it. I mean, Game Freak knows how to make a good RPG. Now, have they been making the same RPG for the last 20 years? Yeah, they've been doing that. But I'm just, I was intrigued by the trailer. So,
what's the definition of town? Is like the definition of town like Baltimore, where I can like, it takes like a half an hour to traverse anywhere I need to go.
Yeah, I mean, there was so little of it shown off. I think that's due for like a 2019 release. I think other stuff that was touched on that we had seen before included like Daemon X Machina, which looks really cool. They showed off a little more gameplay as far as like how those will actually work and how you can customize your mechs. I guess for Brad's interest level, the Asmodee games that are all going to be available to play on the Switch. I'm actually really excited about Pandemic. But yeah, so I guess it's Asmodee Digital is bringing Carcassonne, which I know is your favorite, Brad. Munchkin and Pandemic, with Catan coming later. And Lord of the Rings Living Card Game as well. So I guess I'm curious as to
so we can get more ports of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to get Pandemic because I don't actually own the physical board game Pandemic.
Would you copy? I have an extra one that I don't ever use for anything.
Oh yeah, I'll take that off your hands. Absolutely.
Why do you have two of the same board game?
It's Micah. It's don't. You are one to talk.
Look. I'm not judging. I'm just asking.
You're judging a little bit. So yeah, like the board game stuff. I hope it does well. I think the Switch is a good console to sort of experiment with that stuff on. And then hopefully if it's successful with Nintendo, then they'll start doing it with the other home consoles as well. God, just a fuck ton of Final Fantasy ports.
Yeah, this was crazy.
They were like,
just like, here's all the Final Fantasy.
Except 8, because fuck 8.
Indeed. Fuck 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My roommate would have words with you about that.
You know what? This has been a debate in our fan group, deadspixels.com/fans. Look, I have a platform where I can shit on 8, and I'm gonna 8 fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I made my case in the group. Bland main character with even less personality than the main character that had no personality from the game that preceded it. Broken magic system. No memorable characters. Time travel done poorly. And a last-minute boss that you don't give a shit about. Why does anyone like this game? It sucks. It's terrible.
It always reminded me of like the 90s teenage movie like Final Fantasy. Like Can't Hardly Wait of Final Fantasies, right?
I like that movie.
Like everybody's like everybody's in like high school, and Christus is a teacher, but she's the same age as the students, but people are allowed to walk around with swords with guns on them, and then there's the whole like Laguna. First of all, your name is Laguna. I don't know, man.
His battle theme music is the only positive thing to come from that game.
Yo, his theme music is fucking lit. Like Laguna. In any case,
was Laguna Squall's father, or I never got the relationship. He was?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Laguna? That's the guy. That was a guy?
Yeah.
Laguna lore.
Okay.
What was the black guy's name? Yeah, like
hey.
Was there a black guy?
I don't think there was a black guy.
I don't think there was.
I don't remember there being a black guy. No, wait, there was. Hang on.
Yeah, he hung out with Laguna, right? That game is so fucking weird, man. That game is so fucking weird. The only thing I like about that is Laguna's theme and the concept of a pistol and a sword together. Like, I don't know. I'm just I like that idea of that being a weapon.
Who were the characters in this game?
Squall, Renoa, and a bunch of other assholes.
Cypher Almsley.
Mm-hmm.
And there was Adia.
Not to be confused with Cypher Rage.
Zell? Was that his name?
Yeah, Zell was the monk class character.
Yeah.
They had a great villain in Adia.
Oh, Adia is awesome.
And then at the end of disc 2 of 4, you beat her, and then she's a good guy because she was under mind control or whatever the fuck.
The thing that I do really like about that game is like the character designs. Like, they're very of the time, but like, I don't know. I can get on board with the overall.
I was hyped for the opening video of that game, and then it just
like that opening video of Squall and Cypher fighting, and then like they scar each other because they're both edgelords, and
it's like fucking no Fortuna fucking soundtrack, all this other shit.
That in any case, Final Fantasy Switch, just 8 games. You've got 4 mainline games in the form of 7, 9, 10, and 10-2, and then 12, the Zodiac Age, and then 4 spin-offs, Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, World of Final Fantasy Maxima, Crystal Chronicles, which I'm kind of excited about, and Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition. So yeah, I mean, it's nice that, I think the idea of being able to play like Final Fantasy 7 or 9 or 10 on like a portable system is probably super appealing to a lot of people.
Just wait until Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 comes out on the Switch and watch all the weebs shit their pants. They're gonna be.
I'd play it. Absolutely. I don't even like Kingdom Hearts, and I'd play that shit.
It doesn't make any
Kingdom
sense.
Hearts 3.
You're right, it doesn't.
I don't know, Terrence. It comes out in January. They'll probably stream it on the Switch because the Switch's meager insides can't handle the greatest that is Kingdom Hearts 3 that's going to come out.
Yeah, that sounds like mad shade. I feel like you don't like Kingdom Hearts too much.
You know what? It's come up a time or two on this.
I played 1, and then the Game Boy Advance one, and then most of 2, and then I was sort of done with it at that point. In any case, I think, that covers, I guess, all the big ports. And then like the big announcement at the end. First, they revealed Isabelle will be playable in Smash Ultimate. They did the same sort of like bait and switch shit that they did with K. Rool being revealed as a fighter, but instead of bait and switching for the fighter, it was bait and switching for the fact that they are actually working on a new Animal Crossing for the Switch. It will be out in 2019. I really like Animal Crossing, but this wasn't what I wanted.
No, it's not.
No. I like Isabel. I've cosplayed Isabel. I like Isabel a lot. She's a really good secretary. She works really hard, and she deserves the world.
Allow me to preface the fact that a story that we did not talk about on this show is about a week or so ago. Nintendo filed a new trademark for a particular game series that one of the people on the show right now is very passionate about.
It's
Golden Sun.
It's this one. This one right here, fam. This one. Yeah, no, I'm not only did they renew it, and here's the thing with Japanese trademark copyright shit, they have to, it's not like in the United States where you only have to renew it like once every 50 years or something, and then it enters the public domain after a certain amount of time anyway. In Japan, you have to renew your trademarks every 10 years. And they renewed the trademark for Golden Sun ahead of schedule. So now I'm just like, please free me from this hell. Free me from this hell that I've been in. I've been sitting on a cliffhanger ending for 8 years now. That's 8 years.
What if it's just like a Golden Sun spinoff?
Dude.
At this point, I don't think she cares. As long as she gets a box that says Golden Sun on it, it doesn't matter what's in it. It just has to say Golden Sun.
What if it's just like a totally new game that just uses Golden Sun as like Prey? Remember Prey when it first came out? And now Prey now is like a totally different game.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Nothing like that. What it was when it first came out.
I don't think they do that with Golden Sun. That being said, what if they did? I don't know. I'd still fucking buy it. You see this shit I put on my arm? You see this shit? I'm a fucking lunatic about it, man.
Carrie, what if they went to space and the Golden Sun was our sun and they flew to space, but it's a JRPG in space?
Nom nom nom. Give me that shit, man. Give me new Golden Sun content. I'm dying over here.
What if it was actually, and piggybacking off of your space idea, what if it was actually a Dino Crisis game, but like the dinosaurs are in space and
Space dinosaurs.
And you have to throw those dinosaurs into our Golden Sun.
Look.
What if the dinosaurs in space also had space helmets to help them keep them from the lack of oxygen in space? Because dinosaurs need oxygen as well.
Look.
Live.
Guys. I don't think you guys understand exactly how much of a hell it is to sit on the kind of cliffhanger ending that Dark Dawn ended on. For 8 years. It's the worst. Here's the thing. They could throw dinosaurs into the sun as long as that somehow provides a resolution to the cliffhanger.
Carrie,
I'm fine.
I do feel your pain in ways that you can't imagine. There was a game that came out about 9 yeyears ago that went by the name of Dante's Inferno that had Dante walking out of the gates of hell and heading towards fucking towards paradise.
Purgatory.
No. He got out of purgatory.
Oh, and into paradise?
Yeah, he's going in paradise, and they set up for a sequel, and they never did it. I would have loved to see Dante's Paradise.
So I have good news for you, Brad. Is that Dante wrote 3 books, and they're called Inferno, Purgatory, and Paradise. So I would suggest you read the book. They
were going to skip Purgatory, and they were going to go right to Paradise, but we never got it. So I, too, know your pain of waiting 9 years for an unresolved ending to finally.
From a cheap God of War knockoff.
Yeah, that was a hard knockoff.
Yeah,
it was all right though. It was fine.
So
I made it.
There was a lot of rabble online about Golden Sun in as far as maybe they're going to do a remake of the first 2 games, because the first 2 Golden Sun games are basically part 1 and 2 of the same story, right? So you put those together, you release them on the Switch, boom, you've got my money probably multiple times over. You give me a special edition, just take all my money, Nintendo. I'm ready. I'm here for it.
So all of these are DS games?
The first 2 were Game Boy Advance.
Wow.
That is the sound of Micah's brief interest peaking and then completely bottoming.
Like, there's no way there's going to be a sequel, right? Like, they have to be like re-releases of this story.
I mean, the first 2 are like a good, solid, complete story. Dark Dawn is by far the weakest entry of the 3 for a lot of reasons, mostly because the plot was sort of meandering and deviated from, I think, the point of what they were setting up for. but it's still enjoyable. The first two games are, but in the first game you play as Isaac, and then in the second game you play as Felix, who in the first game was set up as sort of an antagonistic character. So your perspective on what's actually happening in the story is flipped for the second half of the story, which is a big part of the reason is why I love these games so much. Yeah, I don't know, fam. It's something that I believe in my heart of hearts could maybe just the smallest chance of happening that they would remake the Golden Sun games for a new audience for the Switch. But I also really had hoped that Isaac would be announced as a playable character for Smash Ultimate. And nope.
Yeah, they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to characters, aren't they? I mean, look, I'm no Animal Crossing fan, but the Poodle Secretary is this legendary Nintendo character that needs to be in this Uber crossover.
I don't think she needed to be, but I think Animal Crossing has a strong enough fan base, and she's by far the most popular character in Animal Crossing. So like I wasn't mad about it.
A poodle?
I'm sorry. In Animal Crossing, you are the only human, and everything else is an anthropomorphic, like animal character.
Yes,
that walks and talks.
So
Okay.
there was some maybe evidence to support Isaac getting in with how the boss battle against the monster hunter creature with the Rathalos was framed, because it looks suspiciously like how the battle scenes in Golden Sun are framed as far as their perspective. And I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll happen. If it does, you'll know, because there will be reports of a spontaneous combustion in Owings Mills, Maryland. But as far as the non-games sort of announcements are concerned, it's the big discussion was Switch Online services,
which rolls out tomorrow.
Yes.
Today, as you're listening to this, probably.
Yeah. So September 18th is when Switch Online services will begin. You can have it for free for 7 days, basically as a trial, and then you can start paying for it after that. It's super cheap. There's no reason not to do it if you have a Switch. It's
and now there's definitely reasons to do it, considering that they will delete your cloud saves.
Once you do it, you better keep doing it.
Yeah. So I mean, the pricing structure, again, it's really cheap. It's, if you want to just buy 1 month at a time, $4. If you want 3 months, $8. You want that full year, $20 for one person. Or if you want the family membership service, that's like $35.
So here's my favorite announcement that they made. So Micah, you didn't see this, and I will, and Terrence, you'll appreciate it as well. This is Nintendo fuckery at its greatest. People were freaking out about the fucking cloud save fiasco. Mm-hmm. Not that big of a deal to me. But one of the other products they're releasing is a pair of Joy-Con controllers that are NES controllers, basically. And
really, they're NES controllers that charge like Joy-Con controllers.
Yes, they have a little Joy-Con slot on them, but you can use them to play your NES games that are included with the Nintendo Switch online service. But they come at a cost, naturally. Micah, how much would you pay for a set of 2 NES Joy-Con controllers?
How much
they
would
look
I
like
pay?
an NES controller?
They are exactly like an NES controller, Terrence.
How much would I pay for a user interface that came out in 1985? 85 cents.
Fair enough. Terrence, what's your price?
For some Joy-Con? How much do they usually cost?
Like NES controllers? I mean, at the time, they were $20 a piece.
Oh, it's like a legit NES controller?
Yeah, they're basically just wireless NES controllers.
Oh, are they like official?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're legit.
$30. I wouldn't pay it, but like that's what I'm going.
Well, Terrence, $30 can get you one controller if they sold one controller by themselves. But of course, they sell them as a pair, so you're going to pay $60 for this set of NES controller Joy-Cons. Which, by the way, if you don't maintain your NES Cloud membership save Switch Service Plus, you can't use them because you can only use them with NES games that they have on this service.
Yeah, I think that's a little stupid.
Nah, yo.
Even I got to say that's a little stupid.
Come on, man. What are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say like probably like 45 would be top price I'd be willing to pay for a pair. But like I don't even want them.
How about if you're charging me rent to be able to use the fucking things? How about you use them for free?
Right.
And then I'll pay you back with the fucking Switch service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you can't use them if you're not.
You can't use
paying
them
for-
because you can only use them for the NES Classic titles that will be available for Switch Online subscribers. And speaking of which, they did announce 10 more games that will be available, I guess, at launch, and then more on the way. So there's going to be 20 games available when it launches today, which include, I would say, some worthwhile titles. I mean, River City Ransom is one of them, which is one of my all-time fucking favorite games. I love River City Ransom, and that'll be available at launch. But you've also got Ghosts and Goblins, Excitebike, Tecmo Bowl, Yoshi, Double Dragon, Gradius, Ice Hockey, Pro Wrestling, Baseball, which joined the previously announced Balloon Fight, Donkey Kong, Dr. Mario, Ice Climber, Zelda, Mario Brothers, Soccer, Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, and Tennis. And they also showed off a bunch of others. They will be adding Solomon's Key, Open Tournament Golf, and Super Dodgeball next month. Metroid, Mighty Bomb Jack, and Twinbee in November, and Wario's Woods, Ninja Gaiden, and Adventures of Lolo in December. So, and all of these will be available presumably for as long as you have a Switch Online service.
I cannot wait to smash people in online Tecmo Bowl. That's gonna be fucking great.
So, I mean, I think it's a cool feature. I mean, I know there was some concern when they first announced this that they would be sort of like rotating the games in and out, but it looks like they are not doing that this will just be an ever expanding library of classic NES games.
Micah, do you not love Tecmo Bowl?
I do. I do love Tecmo Bowl. It would be the only football game that I would play. That and Super Tecmo Bowl. I can't imagine wanting to play Tecmo Bowl online.
Oh, it's gonna be.
I can't imagine wanting to play Tecmo Bowl online. Was Tecmo Bowl, or was it Tecmo Bowl or Super Tecmo Bowl, where you could just pick the Raiders and just?
That was the original. No, Super Tecmo Bowl that had overpowered Bo Jackson.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, no, I would never play Super Tecmo Bowl online. But yeah, I like Tecmo Bowl, and it would finally be fair, right? It would finally be fair because you couldn't do what I used to do and use my peripheral vision to see what play the other person picked so that I can blitz them. I've been cheating all my life because I just want to win. That's why I'm bad, because I never learned how to play without cheating. No, I don't. I mean, that's cool and all. I just don't like living in the past when it comes to like video games and technology. Like, not too far in the past. Like, I like older games, but you know, Jumpman. I've had my fill of you know.
Look, again, I'm just like, you're giving me River City Ransom for free. I will play the shit out of that.
And see, like, I would play that, but I would play it for like 10 minutes, and then I'd be like, damn, why do I have this? But
yeah, there's I don't see myself playing any of them. Like, not just because it's Nintendo, but just like I played that shit 30 years ago, 35 years ago.
I think that's fair. I mean, I ultimately just think it's sort of a cool feature for them to include in the fact that the library will be, you know, expanding over time. Yeah. I mean, the other stuff with Switch Online was the whole cloud saves thing, which is something that everyone who owns a Switch has wanted since launch. So if you are a Switch Online subscriber, you will be able to back up your saves to the cloud. But the sort of caveat is once your Switch Online subscription expires, the cloud saves are wiped automatically. So I think a lot of people had sort of hoped that maybe there would be, maybe a 30-day grace period so that you could, not have to be necessarily on top of things as far as when stuff expires before stuff got deleted from the cloud. I feel like Nintendo is not the worst at listening to their fans. They're not the best at listening to their fans, but I don't think they're the worst at it. So it wouldn't surprise me if they added sort of like a 30-day or even a couple weeks grace period for people to re-up on their Switch Online subscription before their cloud saves got deleted.
I mean, that's only fair, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they don't have to. They could give you like a grace period. They don't have to delete the shit like as soon as you turn the tap off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
like PlayStation gives you 6 months. Like PlayStation, like if you don't like, you can't access them while you're not PlayStation Plus, but they'll at least keep them in the cloud for you,
right?
For 6 months unless you don't re-up, and then like, all right, well now you're not coming back. So
right. So fuck you. I guess beyond that, there's obviously the fact that certain games that feature online play will now require a Switch Online subscription in order to play them online, such as, all of the first-party Nintendo titles, Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart and whatnot. Now, curiously, some third-party games are not requiring you to have a Switch Online subscription in order to play online, the most notable of which is Fortnite. So
Fortnite doesn't require that on any platform, actually.
Right. So makes sense. It wouldn't surprise me if certain other third-party games didn't require you to have the online subscription in order to play online. But I guess that'll be up to the devs in question. And beyond that, they said more special features to come. I think it's likely going to tie into a lot with the My Nintendo sort of loyalty service that they offer. So if you have a Switch account, chances are, or one way or the other, probably a coin flip as far as y'all are concerned. Maybe you've connected it to your My Nintendo account. You earn sort of coins that you can spend on discounts and whatnot. So I think they're sort of going to allow you to spend the coins that you've earned by making digital purchases through the eShop and whatnot, potentially on discounted games or unlocking certain things for your NES library or something like that. Who knows?
I know all about those gold coins. I have an account because I buy all my Switch games digitally, and those things come in handy. When you least expect it, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you got $5 in gold coins or whatever that I can just use for the next game that I buy. So that's good that they're going to allow you to use those things for these different services, and it's not just tied to game purchases.
Yeah, and I think they're really going to be expanding that, because I got an email from Nintendo for every first party game that they can see that I have even played. They're like, hey, I hope you're enjoying Snipper Clips. Check out your My Nintendo account. Hey, do you like Breath of the Wild? Gee, I wonder if I like Breath of the Wild. Here's a wallpaper. Also look at your My Nintendo accounts. Like, they're really pushing people into the My Nintendo service, which really makes me think that it's going to play a big role with the online subscription moving forward. But yeah, that was it for the Nintendo Direct. Nothing particularly earth-shattering.
No, yeah, it just seemed like a very just standard status quo Direct.
The big stuff I was hype about: Katamari, Animal Crossing next year. Cool.
All right. So before we get into the outro, Carrie, would you like to pimp your Extra Life fundraising?
I would like to pimp my Extra Life fundraiser. So Extra Life, if you are unaware, it is a 24-hour gaming marathon that people sign up for, and they raise money for their local Children's Miracle Network hospital. So for the past I guess this is my third year sort of doing it in earnest. Over the last 2 times I've done it, I've raised more than $1,000 for the Johns Hopkins Children's Center in Baltimore, Maryland. I I don't have kids and I don't have any plans on having kids, but I think it's important that kids are able to access quality healthcare services because I'm not an asshole. And extra
in
life
that regard.
Yeah, right. In that regard, specifically, I'm not. And others, questionable. But yeah, so basically, this year, like the normal game day, like the official one, is on November 3rd. I'm doing mine a week early because I have pre-existing plans for the 3rd. I'll be streaming Golden Sun, which I did 2 years ago. I'm doing it again, basically because I want to play Golden Sun again, and any excuse to give myself to play the game is great. I have a bunch of prizes lined up, a bunch of giveaways, so please donate. Again, everything is tax deductible, so if you're an adult who does taxes, that's good. And yeah, I mean, it goes to help sick kids, and that's always a good thing. And my goal is just $500, and if I hit $500 before the stream begins on October 27th, I'll do the stream in my Isaac costume.
Oh, snap, son.
And
all you fans who are fans of gender bent Carrie, you better get on it.
And they find it just by searching your name on Extra Life, right?
Yeah, you should be able to just I mean, I'll link it in the group too, but you can find it by searching my name on that. I need to update my Twitch page, which is my Twitch is Sup It's Carrie. So I'll put a link on there. I'll put a link in the group. So please donate if you can. I'm giving away a bunch of stuff, and even if you can't donate much, every little bit helps. And please at least tune in on the 27th of October, and I'm sure we will be pimping the stream further before then.
And that group, by the way, is densepixels.com/fans on Facebook. If you're not in there, make sure you do hop in there and chat with us, and as well as other listeners. Of course, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. We'll get read on the air, just like we did earlier this episode. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. And again, Twitch TV, we're all there. I am Dense Pixels Brad. Terrence is Apparition 410. Mike is Dense Black Nerd, and Carrie is Sup It's Carrie, she mentioned. And like I said, youtube.com/Dense Pixels. I will probably start streaming there soon once I get my office gaming rig set up and ready to rock and roll. So that's it for us this week. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you all next time.
See ya.
Thanks.
You're watching the Dense Pixels YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button while you're here, and make sure you check out our weekly podcast where we discuss the latest gaming news and our impressions on what games we've been playing.